My wife, Judy, and I decided to make Stanford our home about 30 years ago. And Stanford's been great to us. We've raised two wonderful daughters, Sarah, who you've met, and Rachel, both graduates of Stanford Public Schools. I became the owner of a successful small business, and together, Judy and I established the Starfish Connection, a nonprofit organization that supports promising students from Stanford's low-income families. In addition to raising two wonderful daughters and working hard to build a business, I've spent most of that 30 years also giving back in public service. It was my mom and dad. And years ago, they ingrained in me that importance, that sense of importance of public service. A belief that each of us has an obligation to give back to a community that does so much for us. And that sense of responsibility drove me to serve on many boards and commissions, and to serve on the Stanford Board of Representatives, proudly, for 26 years, the last 8 of which I was president. And it drove me, after my run for mayor, to pick myself back up and run for a seat on the Board of Finance. And you know, people ask me if I enjoy the challenges of the Board of Finance. I think we all know that there are challenges. And I have an answer. I love it. While serving, I've gotten to hear some of your stories and further appreciate what makes Stanford so unique and so special. You know, some people say our success is due to our location. With one end next to Stanford's, or next to the beautiful Long Island Sound, and the other end of Stanford in the green woods and rocky hills of North Stanford. But I think much more important is our people and our diversity. It is our city's greatest asset. And just take a walk through our neighborhoods. You're going to see a gamut of age, cultures, and traditions. You know, with Greeks and Poles, Italians and Irish, Jews and Black Americans, Haitians, Peruvians, Indians, Chinese, Guatemalans, Russians, and I could go on. We speak scores of languages in this city. I dare say there isn't a city in America that is successful as ours that has embodied the same diversity that we share here. And part of my story in Stanford, is that these diverse people have welcomed me and my family into this broader community. You know, it's brought the world into a better perspective for me. And it's made me broaden my views about life and about what's really important. So I thank those who have helped me. While serving on the Board of Representatives and on the Board of Finance, I've also had the opportunity to listen to your ideas and hopes for Stanford. Just over the past few months, I've listened to congregants at houses of worship throughout our city. I've sat in on community meetings in Waterside, the West Side, North Stanford, the Cove, and Chapin, and heard their needs and heard their frustrations. I've reviewed plans for the soon-to-be-reborn Mill River Park and the soon-to-be-reborn rows of cherry trees. Heard about the need to improve our animal shelter and listened to parents express their concerns about school curriculum and safety in the schools. We have many opportunities and many challenges. Some are big. Some may seem small in comparison and may not seem worthy of mention, but all are important to the people and families that they affect. And if the issue is important to you, or the issue is important to your family or to your neighbor, then the issue is important to me. Corinne told me about a problem on her street. There are these people speeding up and down, cutting through in a street that makes no sense, and it's endangering the children that play on that street. about the problem he is having with the people repeatedly dumping garbage and trash on Stevens Street. So why can't the city figure out some way to help stop this? And Andy? Well, in a city with so much building activity, why is it that Andy can't find a job in construction? Serving our city as mayor is not just about big promises. It's about the problems that each and every one of us face here in the city each and every day. And that's why. And that's my reason tonight that I am formally announcing my candidacy for the mayor of Stanford. Facing our community, no matter how large or how small in detail. We have a lot of work to do. We do. So what do I envision as that are going to be the themes in the next chapter for Stanford's story? My campaign and my agenda as mayor will focus on 5 key areas. First, economic opportunity. The need to create jobs by encouraging the growth of Stanford's small and medium-sized businesses. Someone in City Hall needs to fight for them. And we need to recruit new industries to Stanford while protecting the integrity of our neighborhoods and the values of our city. Second, education. The need to deliver quality education from pre-K on, closing the gap, setting a higher standard, and enabling every student to reach their full potential and fulfill their dreams. Third, public safety. You know, it wasn't so long ago that Stanford was on the list of one of the top 10 safest cities in this country. I wanted to let you know that I don't want to just get back on that list. I want to make Stanford number 1. And I want to tell you that public safety is not just about crime. It's also about having the confidence that our children are safe in schools. It's about fire safety. It's about safety from aggressive, drunk, or distracted drivers when you're trying to cross the street. And it's even safety about drinking our water. Fourth is infrastructure, and by that, I not only mean the physical infrastructure of repaving streets, fixing sidewalks, and maintaining our sewers, all critically important, but also the infrastructure that is the foundation of our lives, our schools and our parks. We need to maintain our buildings and streets and move the direction of a greener, more citizen-friendly city. And finally, sound government. Government that is open, that is honest, and that's transparent. Government that measures its own performance and then holds those responsible accountable for success. And a government that does more with less. For we must keep taxes down at the same time to deliver top quality services. These 5 areas are the tenets of any good government, and they will form the foundation of our future. Make no mistake, our city is a great city. But no great city can rest on its laurels. In today's world, the only thing that is constant is change. Unfortunately, change is threatening, and change brings uncertainty. But it affects us whether we like it or not. You know, the highly divisive atmosphere in Washington that we hear on the news almost every day regarding sequestration, healthcare, the budget, gun control, and immigration, it's causing continued uncertainty, worry, and conflict. And here in Connecticut, we're in the throes of our own economic woes, and the state needs to balance its budget. Initial state budget proposals may eliminate anticipated revenues that cities like ours need to continued operations. Well, there are some who say we should wait. We should defer. We should defer maintenance. We should defer decisions. Let's avoid controversy and wait and see what Washington or Hartford are going to do. But I say Washington is the perfect example of what not to do. I believe that we cannot defer decisions. We cannot simply hope that by everything will remain in balance through a lack of engagement. I believe that we must anticipate and react to change before it paralyzes our city. And in that same manner, we must decisively deal with our own concerns. You know, our city is a city of strong emotions. Just bring up the issue of, let's say, a unified fire service, perhaps, or maybe the boat yard, or perhaps the Water Pollution Control Authority, and then stand back and just listen to the heated opinions about what should be done. Passion is good. Strong opinions are good. And tough questions are good. This is the stuff of democracy. But endlessly pointing fingers at somebody to blame or trying to govern with sound bites, that doesn't help our people. That doesn't help the city of Stanford. We're going to have to find ways to move forward and offer our people confidence in the city's future as well as our own. What we require is a mayor who is both a strategist and a problem solver. A mayor who is both a leader and a manager. We need someone who is an honest broker of ideas and policies without any hidden agendas or special political interests. We need a mayor with experience and leadership skills, who has a thorough understanding of the issues at hand, and a proven track record of leadership, of getting things done for Stanford. I believe I am that person. So my vision for Stanford is a city that builds on its greatness by providing opportunity and security for the people that live here. Seniors, young families, singles, lifelong residents, and those who have newly arrived. Our children, and our children's children. It's a city that nurtures local entrepreneurs and businesses while protecting the specialness of our neighborhoods. It's a city that retains its greatness in 21st century schools and in city operations to match, all supported by efficient, honest, open, and transparent government. But I cannot do any of this without you. I need your help. It's not going to be easy. It will be hard work. And we're going to face a number of challenges along the way. But I believe that with your help, we can begin to tap into the strengths of our diverse community. Together, we can write the next chapter, the best chapter in Stanford's future. A chapter that my children will be proud of. A chapter that your children will be proud of. Tonight, I take my first step by humbly asking for your support. This campaign is not just for me. It is for the future of Stanford. Let's get to